morning, sir. My name is Muktaba. I'm from 5th class. My exhibit name is Bernoulli's ball. You can see that this ball. You can see that this ball keeps floating over the pipe that blows the air very strongly. This happened because the force moving of the air has less pressure than surroundings atmosphere. When the air tries to blow the ball away, the atmosphere pushes back the ball away. The principle is discovered by Bernoulli. The same principle is used to fly the aeroplane. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Priyanka of class 6 and my exhibit is Center of Gravity. You can see how these forks, hammers stay balanced in seemingly impossible positions. Even a divider also refuses to fall when we balance it on our finger. This happens because the base we have given them supports their center of gravity. Center of gravity is the point at which all the mass of the given body considered to be concentrated, at which the gravity of the earth shows effect. All these arrangements have their center of gravity outside and inside their body. Thank you. Divider has inside their body, center of gravity inside their body. Yes. And this folks has outside their body, center of gravity outside their body.
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
This hammer also has a center of gravity outside the body.
You see, it sticks there.
Morning, sir. My name is KV Arna Sarikirtana. I am in 4th class. My experiment name is the density of different liquids. Here, I poured liquids of different densities which float on top of each other. The bottom liquid is mercury, which has the highest density. Above it, I poured carbon tetrachloride, sugar syrup, salt water, fresh water, oil and alcohol, which are less dense than the one before one. In this experiment, we can find out how which liquid has more density and which liquid has less density. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. My name is S. Bhartwaj Gupta. I am studying 8th class. My experiment name is friction with books. When you take two identical books and take the papers of each book and place upon one another, overlap them each together. Can you remove these books? No, we cannot remove these books. See, as per my question, I have prepared one board. See, the books can bear the weight of the finger due to the friction. Friction means an opposing force called into play when two objects just slide upon one another is called friction. When we see under a microscope, the papers of each book having some irregularities. Due to these irregularities, the papers of each book interlock together and the friction is applied. Due to the friction, we cannot remove the books. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Ramya. I am in 3rd class Kingfishers. My project name is The Power of Pulleys. When we tie a 9-hole rope and turn it as a loop like a pulley, hence the energy we use to pull is increased by each pulley and we can drag much more heavier weight very easily. Thank you.
Good morning, I am Akila from 6th class. My experiment name is Oobleck. Do you know what is Oobleck? Oobleck acts like a viscous liquid and also as a solid for a short time by applying pressure quickly. Oobleck is formed by mixing 1 part of water to 2 parts of cornstarch. Oobleck does not act like normal solid or liquid when thrown into the air, molded, heated or vibrated. Oobleck becomes more viscous when agitated or compressed. These substances are examples of non-Newtonian fluids called dilatants. Thank you.
Can you demonstrate this? Can you demonstrate?
Now keep your finger slowly in this mixture.
No, I don't know.
Okay, I'll keep.
You can do it.
I'll keep. And I'm taking it slowly. See, it is liquid.
Oh.
If I hit it, it is solid.
Wow.
If you try to keep it in a hand, after some time it will become as liquid. These substances are examples of non-Newtonian fluids called dilatants.
Good morning, sir. My name is G. Srividya of class 4 and my exhibit name is Determining the Surface Tension of Water. Surface tension is a force that occurs at the surface of a liquid. Surface of a liquid due to the inward pull of its molecules acts like structured elastic membrane. This membrane can support light objects. For example, a razor blade can float on the surface of water. You can measure the surface tension of water by this simple project. Thank you, sir.
Can you demonstrate this project? Can you demonstrate here?
When we kept without the weight, it will be same. But when we kept the weight, the surface tension of water will balance the weight. Good morning, my name is K. Ajankya. I am studying 4th class. My experiment name is capillary action. Do you know how water can flow?
No, you can show me, please. Yes.
Take one glass of water, mix one color in it. Take one scale covered in middle with blotting paper strip. Put the scale in the glass of water. The water will rise up between the rulers along the blotting paper. This creeping of the liquid along a narrow space is called capillary action. Water molecules pull themselves into tiny space and make the water creep or flow. This is known as capillary action. Thank you.
Good morning, I am Mamsi of 7th class. This is my project, Levitron. It consists of 3 parts, a base slab, base plate and the top. The base slab and the top are made up of magnets and the base plate is made up of wood. And when we spin the top on the base plate and lift it up very slowly, it floats in the air. This is because repulsion takes place. We know that like poles repel. So the north pole of the top points towards the base slab and the north pole of the base slab points towards the top. So it floats in the air. We need to spin it because to prevent overturning. If we not spin the top, the south pole of the top get extracted by the base slab.
I'm Sairami of class 9. My exhibit is a levitating globe. Levitating means any object that spins in air. The globe we see here is made up of an electromagnet. It floats in air, so we call it as a levitating globe. So the upper part we see here have some magnetic sensors. So when the power is on, then the chip present in it releases these magnetic sensors to the globe. So when the globe is kept to a little distance, it will float in air. This is because after some time, due to repulsion between the magnetic sensors and this electromagnet, the globe floats in the air. Thank you.
My name is Zubair of class 8. Now I am going to show how pyrolytic graphite floats in the air. I took four magnets and kept in the square position in the opposite poles. Now I took a graphite sheet and placed on it. You will observe it is floating on the magnets. It is because this graphite is a non-magnetic material. It is a diamagnetic material. Diamagnetic means substance which are repelled by the magnets. That's why it is floating on the magnets. Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, I am Rajeshwari of class 7. My exhibit name is Lazy Tube. Here I have magnets, copper tube, aluminium tube and a PVC tube. You can see that when I release a piece of iron in each tube, it falls very fastly. But when I release a piece of magnet, it falls very fastly in PVC tube. but it seems to have become lazy when it's falling through aluminium and copper tubes. This happens because when any magnet moves through a tube of electric conductors, it will generate an electric field in the conductor tube. These currents are called eddy currents. Eddy currents are generated by the moving magnetic substance in a conductor tube. These eddy currents will create another magnetic field in the conductor tube which will oppose the falling magnet. Hence the magnet falls very slowly. Thank you.
I am Namita of class 7. This is a plasma globe. Plasma globe was invented by Nikola Tesla after his experiment with currents. Plasma globe was usually a clear glass or filled with various gases at low pressure. When we keep our hand on the globe, it alters the high frequency electric field, causing a single beam to migrate from the inner wall to the point of contact. If we place any conductive object like tube light, it produces electric current due to the electric current is produced due to induction. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. My name is Joel. I'm studying 5th class. My experiment name is thermocouple. When two metals are combined and heated, electricity is produced. This is known as thermoelectric current. The best known metals are iron and copper. Take a galvanometer and put the iron and copper wire in the hook of the galvanometer. Twist the end of the iron and copper wire combinedly. Light a candle and put the twisted end of the iron and copper wire in the flame of the candle and wait for few minutes. Electricity is produced and the galvanometer will show the deflection. The meter is moving.
My name is Sri Mahidhar Reddy. I am studying 6th class. My project is power a calculator of. First of all, mix a brain solution and take a copper coins. Then keep a copper coin, tissue paper and iron coin. Like that, arrange 20 to 40 coins. Afterwards, take a foil paper. Then take a calculator and check for the calculator positive and negative symbols. Then keep a positive symbol to the calculator and negative.
Is it working?
Yes.
Yes.
Namaste sir, my name is Prakriti. I am studying 4th class. My experiment name is conductivity of electricity in water. I would like to explain why there is no conductivity in pure water. Pure water is not a good conductor of electricity because it is not having minerals. But the presence of minerals convert the water into conductor. Thank you. The bulb will not glow in pure water because it is not having minerals. The bulb will glow in mineral water because the mineral passes current through one wire to another wire. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is Krishnamurthy. I am of class 7th. My exhibit name is working of an electric bell. When the two terminals are connected to a plug, and the switch button is on, then the bell rings. It is because these two terminals pass their electricity through these wires to this copper coil. This copper coil attracts the armature. When it attracts the armature, the hammer hits the gong so that the bell rings. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Samir. I am from 4th class. Now I am going to say about how to make an early alarm. Do you know how to make an early alarm?
No, you can tell me, yes?
To make an earlier alarm, we need materials: 2 transistors, 1 resistor, 1 capacitor, 1 small bulb, and 1 9 volts battery. 2 transistors NPN and PNP are connected with a positive feedback RC oscillator as a complementary pair. Then the LDR is now connected to points A and B, given voltage to base and NPN. The output of PNP is now connected to a speaker. When the light falls on LDR, the alarm shuts off. Thank you, sir.
I'm Joseph, class 7. My project name is The Spy, a secret agent. In the present days, the secret information is trapped and listened. To stop that, we could use this device. I'll explain about my project with the help of an example. Let us think that the diamonds was coming in a train from the Surat to the diamond merchant in the Ongole. But the Surat people who are sending the diamonds wants to keep the train number secretly because the Naxalites are trying to trap it and to steal the diamonds. So that first he keeps this, let us think the train number be 6242. First he keeps the switch N so that the diamond receiver understand that information is coming in numbers. Then he keeps the switch 42, that implies 6. Then he keeps switch 2, that implies 2. Then 4 implies 4. Then 2, that implies 2. So that the diamond receiver understand that is that the train number 6242, the diamonds was coming. And there was no chance of trapping and the diamonds were safe and now he could receive it. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Karthika. I am in class 2nd. My activity is about WLL phone. WLL means wireless in local loop. Presently, landline phones are used with copper cables up to 7 kilometers. For rural villages beyond 7 kilometers up to 25 kilometers, WLL phone are used to cover communication. Moreover, the service is fault free. Now I am explaining about how WLL phone works. When a person dials the number from WLL phone, the signal goes to tower. The antenna receives the signal and sends to BTS through waveguide. BTS converts the radio signal and sends to BSC. BSC sends to MSC. MSC checks the dial number. If it is landline number, the signal goes to corresponding telephone exchange. From there it connects to landline. If it is cell phone or WLL phone, the signal goes to MSC. MSC sends a signal to corresponding BSC. Corresponding BSC sends to the corresponding BTS. From there it connects to the cell phone or WLL phone. This is how WLL phone works. And I explained the BTS, BSC, MSC means BTS means base transportation, BSC means base transport controller, MSC means mobile switching controller. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, my name is Daniel. I am studying 6th class. My experiment name is film can cannon. Take a film can and spray a small amount of body spray.
Body spray, okay.
Body spray, and then wait till air goes and then close it tightly. Taking this is an igniter.
What is that igniter? What is it?
Igniter.
Okay.
And press it tightly. And then the film can is thrown up in the air. The secret behind the film can cannon is its fuel, the body spray. It is made up of highly flammable and volatile substance. Volatile substance means materials that evaporate easily. These alcohol, butane and isobutane are added in it. These chemicals are highly flammable. These chemicals, when exposed to a minute spark, explode. As a result of that explosion, the film can is thrown up in the air. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is M. Janish. I am studying 6th class. My experiment name is disappearing cup.
When you keep your styrofoam cup in a bowl of acetone, the cup simply disappears. Now let us see. This is called styrofoam cup and this is called acetone. When we pour on styrofoam, the acetone liquid, the cup simply disappears. See. When we keep the thermocol sheet, one piece of a thermocol sheet, see, it disappears. Because this happens because the acetone has property of breaking chemical bonds between the styrofoam molecules. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Esaga. I'm studying assistant class. My name is foamy reaction. First, we take a test tube and test tube catcher. And use the test tube catcher to the test tube and add liquid soap. Little liquid soap in it. And then add potassium iodide.
Is that potassium?
Iodide.
Iodide, okay.
And then hydrogen peroxide, 30%. Pour the hydrogen peroxide into this. Then you can see the color change and the foams coming up. See the reaction is going on.
Yes.
And the foams coming up. The foams comes because when the liquid soap and potassium iodide is added to hydrogen peroxide, is decomposed into water and oxygen. The oxygen is produced like a foam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Namaste, my name is P. Parameshwar of class 4. My experiment name is making a color candle. Now I will explain how to make a color candle. The things necessary to make a color candle: wax, 2 dyes, and one coconut oil and some colors. To make a color candle process, we should take some wax and we should pour into a bowl and we should keep on the stove and we should light it the stove. The wax become like a water. We should take colors and we should pour and 1 drop of coconut oil. The coconut oil will become a candle, thick and strong. We should take this wax and we should pour. We should keep thread for this dye and we should pour the wax into this dye. We pour this all means only 24 will come. We pour this all means only 4 candles. We should take this dye and keep in the water for some time. We should take this dye and again. We should open the dye. The candle is ready. This way you can make your own candle. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Sankita of class 9. Our project is about soil macroorganisms. These are all soil macroorganisms in the soil. The earthworms, ducks, springtails, ants, spiders, etc. All these soil organisms are very helpful to the soil. They help in increase the porosity of the soil, that is the capacity to increase the water in the soil. But these soil organisms are very sensitive to human practices, such as using fertilizers and pesticides, etc. So we collected soil organisms from a fertilized farm and an organic farm. We found that the organisms have more number of organisms, whereas the fertilized farm has less number of organisms. So we advise people to use only organic matter of the soil, which will help in the easy retention of these organisms. These are some of the solutions which we thought of. We should use natural fertilizers to encourage soil organisms. We should add microbiological cultures to soil. We should add microbiological cultures to soil to encourage soil organisms. We should minimize plumbing and we should reduce fertilizers, which will increase soil organisms. We should increase mulching, which will facilitate in the easy retention of moisture in the soil. Mulching means covering the surface of the earth with dead leaves, grass, etc. All these activities will increase soil organisms, whereas using fertilizers and pesticides will decrease soil organisms. So we advise everyone to use only organic matter of the soil instead of using fertilizers and pesticides in them. Thank you for giving me this.
Good morning, sir. This is Praja of class 7. representing before you our NCSC project 2007. The title of our project is The Impact of Human Activities on the Biodiversity of the Estuaries of Gundamala and Gundaipalam. This is our project report. Estuary is a place where a river meets with the sea. That means the tidal effect is seen in the river also. We found that the estuarian biodiversity is decreasing drastically because of our human activities. We suggest you to preserve the estuarian biodiversity by decreasing the human activities. The human activities are very harmful for the biodiversity of the fish. If the biodiversity of the fish is decreasing drastically, there will be disturbance in the ecological balance and the humans will be lost. So, we again suggest you to preserve the biodiversity of the estuary. These are the different types of specimens we found in the estuary. This is shank and these are different types of corals. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I am Shravani of class 8 and my project is about hydrotropism. Plants may seem immobile and stationary, but they also have some movement. The plant's roots are very sensitive to water. These roots are very sensitive to water, so that they always grow towards water. This type of growth is called hydrotropism. I grow sun seeds in a plastic box that has a mesh. This is called mesh. And I sprinkle some of the water on the top of the soil. As we see, the roots always grow towards water. By this you can know that the roots always grow towards water. This is called positive hydrotropism.
Good afternoon, I am Bhavana from class 8. My experiment is about phototrophism. Many of us think that plants do not move, which is not true. Plants have movements while they grow. These growth movements are called trophism. Plant shoots always grow towards light. This is called phototrophism. To show phototrophism, I have done this experiment. I took a cardboard box and I kept coal on its top. And I placed a potted plant which grows right in the box. And I also placed 2 cardboards in the middle of the box to create obstacles for the plant from light. But we see that plant curved around the obstacles and finally reached the source of light. This shows that plants always grow towards light. Thank you. This is called phototrophism. Thank you.
So very good.
Good afternoon, I am Bhargavi from class 8. My experiment is to prove that germinating seeds produces carbon dioxide. First I took some germinating seeds into a plastic container and I made a hole on the top of the lid so that I can fix this plastic tube to end the container which contains lime water. When the carbon dioxide passes through the tube and reaches the container, it changes into milky white color because germinating seeds produces or respirates the carbon dioxide. Thank you.
Namaste, my name is Yashwant. I am studying 4th class. My experiment is to test whether plants need air to live. Plants' leaves have under the surface to breathe air. I took 3 potted healthy plants and I applied Vaseline. For one plant I applied Vaseline upper the surface of the leaves, and the other plant I applied Vaseline under the surface of the leaves, and the third plant I left as it was. You can see which I applied Vaseline under the surface of the leaves wilted and died. Your tomatoes they will take oxygen and the leaf. We keep Vaseline, it will not take oxygen and it will not live. That's why it will dry up and it will die. By this we can know plants need air to live. Thank you.
Thank you.
I am Navya from class 8. My exhibit name is hydroponics. It means growing plants without soil. As we are seeing nowadays, the world population is increasing and the agricultural land is decreasing. Soon a day will come that we do not have enough of land to grow the food grains needed for the entire population. At such situation, the hydroponics is a promising alternative. Plants can be grown in a liquid medium. It contains all the essential minerals it needs. For example, this medium which fused contains all salts such as calcium nitrate, calcium nitrate,
Yes.
potassium nitrate, urea, magnesium sulfate, and iron phosphate. The required salts and their amounts vary to the plant we need to grow. The hydroponics is now used in desert countries which do not have much fertile soil, such as Gulf countries. Thank you.
Good morning, I am Shravani of class 8 and I am doing regarding memory techniques. Usually we feel it tough to read social and particularly history. So an easy way to read history is SQ3R. Here S means to survey. We need to determine the organization of the chapter, and Q means to question. We need to turn each subheading into a question. R1 is reading. We have to read. We have to read the lesson in such a way that we get the answers to our questions. We have to read it selectively. And in R2 is we have to recite the answers for the questions that we found. R3 is reviewing. We have to review all the answers that we told to check whether what we told is correct or not. This will help us a lot, sir. And the second one is mnemonics.
Okay.
In mnemonics, what I do is, for example, if we have to learn the first 10 elements, we first take it like hydrogen because it starts with H. I take another word that starts with H. For example, high. Again, say lithium. It starts with L. I take another word that starts with L. So like this, I can form a sentence like high heel, little baby blasted, her car at night and flying north. Her and it are no way concerned with this, but we just kept them so that we feel it easy in constructing the sentence. This is one technique, sir. And the other thing is mind mapping. In mind mapping, if we need to write really big questions, this will help us a lot, sir. We need to take a prime focus, like I took it as uses of microorganisms. From there, we have to take points like domestic uses, industrial uses, ecological uses, etc. And then from all these, I have to take sub-points like industrial uses, dye industries, in paper industries, in tanning leather, etc. If we practice this mind map 3 or 4 times, this will stay in our mind and we can easily write down essay questions. And another thing that we can do is from this D-I-E, we can make mnemonics like D-I-E-E-S-M-B, like Dr. Imp Ellipse excites Shravani more brick. It doesn't make any sense, but if we can remember the sentence, it is enough.